Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastically well. It is very early morning. It is 7:30 a.m. here, and we are here to deliver some more transfer rumours. Yes, it is the rumour mill. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. Hope you prefer the setting that we're in now. We actually have a microphone and a proper backdrop. So yesterday was all about mobile phone settings. So I hope you enjoyed it anyway. You guys seem to have loved it. So it's really good that you're engaging fully with this. As I say, guys, I do have a Patreon account, which I will be uploading 2 times this week. And the great thing about the Patreon account, everybody, is that I just ask you what videos you would like, and the most liked response, I will then put a video out on that. So yeah, it's all on your suggestions. I want to give back to you guys, and I want to give back something. You know, if you guys are invested in me, as I keep saying, the shareholders of the One Leeds Fan Channel, I want to give you something back for that confidence and that payment and just me appreciating it. So thank you so much. So let's get into the transfer rumours, shall we? So immediately this morning, I believe it was Fabrizio Romano. It was Fabrizio Romano. Arsenal are back in the race to sign Leeds United winger Raphinha, according to respected journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. Now, Romano is probably the best on the network. I think we all know that. He's probably the most reliable. He breaks the most stories. Let me just brighten the camera a little bit. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? Yeah, he breaks the most stories, and I think this guy is pretty legit when it comes to everything transfer-based. So he's essentially said that Arsenal, he's not mentioned Spurs, which is interesting, so I thought they'd be going hell for leather for him a little bit. Maybe systems are going to dictate that. Obviously, they have Kulusevski in there, Heung-min Son as well. So, but then you would think that with Arsenal as well, with Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where Raphinha would fit there. I still don't think this would happen. I've been pretty strong on this one. They're not in the Champions League. Getting tied down to another contract at Arsenal would mean that the offer from Barcelona, whenever that does come in a season's time, maybe, or post World Cup, if Arsenal do sign him, he's going to have to be ridiculous for him to leave based on that contract. So yeah, I don't see why they would do that, because essentially you're pricing him out of his dream move to Spain. So yeah, I don't think that will happen. I think it's very, very unlikely, but we'll have to wait and see. Football does work in mysterious ways. Now, some more big news this morning, everybody. Manchester City have now officially submitted a bid to Leeds United for Kalvin Phillips, according to journalist Michael Rincon. Now, Rincon is a decent journalist. He's got over 120,000 followers. And yeah, allegedly, Man City have now officially bid for Kalvin Phillips. We knew it was coming. It wouldn't surprise me if it was to come this week anyway, if you aren't to believe this journalist. But yeah, City are heavy on Phillips. We all know that. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this one develops. I think we're all sort of in agreement now, unless your head's maybe in the sand, that Kalvin will leave. I do think Kalvin will go to Manchester City. PSG obviously put a formal bid in, allegedly 55 million quid. And 200 grand a week as well. We don't know if that is just rumor or if it is fact. But I think the interesting thing is here where Kalvin would like to go, and I think it would be Manchester City. Seems like a little bit of a home bird as well. So yeah, I mean, it's valuation for Leeds. I still think apparently Leeds' asking price is 55 million euros, which is 47 million quid. I still don't think that's enough. Sorry, that's Raphinha's price tag. Got that mixed up. Yeah, even Raphinha's price tag, I should say, Raphinha's price tag is allegedly 47 million quid. That's nowhere near enough. And I think the valuation for Kalvin Phillips, if Manchester City are to put maybe a £40 million bid in, and they'll throw maybe James McAtee in there, or they'll throw Liam Delap in there, I still don't think that's enough. So it's all about Leeds negotiating, and they've got to really go up against a top negotiating team in Manchester City and stand the ground. But I think the valuations for maybe both players, if we were to get rid of, Raphinha, 47 million, which is allegedly Leeds' asking price, and 45 million for Kalvin Phillips. I mean, it's not really enough, is it, altogether, when you're putting together Leeds' strongest assets? I'm not saying that will happen, but it'll be interesting to see how that one develops. Allegedly as well, Liverpool are ready to agree terms and offer a big contract to sign Raphinha. Apparently, Liverpool remain interested in Raphinha from Leeds United, and reports suggest that suitors for the Brazilian are quickly increasing. And according to today's version of Sport, Barca should thank Deco for keeping the Premier League clubs away from the Samba winger, and that's literally because we know what Deco wants, we know what Raphinha wants, and that is that Barcelona move. So as I've just said, everybody, if you sign a contract at another club, Raphinha is always going to want that Barcelona move. So when Barcelona do come knocking, which will inevitably happen when they come across some money like they always do, they're going to be priced out of it. So for me, the best solution for Raphinha is to stay at Leeds. And then maybe we field bids in January, or we field bids in the summer again, and it's 1 year less on his contract, and Leeds are going to get less, but Leeds might get a little bit more because of the World Cup campaign. You don't know. know. So yeah, definitely worth keeping an eye on that one. We spoke the other day about James McAtee. Now, James McAtee, allegedly Leeds United are interested in signing the youngster. And yeah, I mean, he'd be an excellent move, wouldn't he? We're looking at a midfielder, and several reports are suggesting that Leeds are keen on making him in a potential deal to take White's, to take Leeds United start Kalvin Phillips in the other direction. Once again, I'd much rather have a pot for Kalvin Phillips. I'd much rather have a pot for Raphinha. I understand there's clauses. I understand there's buyback this. I understand there's not going to be a buyback with Raphinha with Leeds, but there's clauses that mean that the parent club, are going to get more for their buck, really. But what I don't want to happen is Leeds to be installments are a part of life in football nowadays, and that's normally how business gets done, via installments, because of the money in football now. But I think a player exchange is a little bit dangerous. It is a little bit dangerous. And for Kalvin Phillips to go one way and then James McAtee to come another one, he's not really played that much first-team football. It's a difficult one to sort of get your head around, because it would lower the value of Kalvin Phillips and bring in someone who potentially wouldn't be starting in the first team. So I don't really get that. And it's not like for like with James McAtee. But he is highly rated, and allegedly City don't want to let him go. In the under-23 season with City, he scored 18 goals and provided 7 assists in 23 appearances, and played 90% of minutes. So he's an attacking midfielder who plays in a 4-3-3 formation. And very, very similar to that of a Frank Lampard, very, very similar to a player of that ilk who, he's arriving in the box late, and that purebred attacking midfielder, which Leeds need. Leeds do need that. But and it's great that City don't want to let him go as well. It almost feels a similar situation like when Chelsea didn't want to let Lewis Bate go, but I think James McAtee is a little bit further on in his progression. But, we know now City like to produce youngsters: Cole Palmer, James McAtee, Liam Delap. So that'll be fascinating to see how that one moves. But if that was a part-way deal for Kalvin Phillips, I think Man City, because they want to retain James McAtee, would want something big. I think they reduce Kalvin Phillips's fee, to a very, very low level. Okay. Next, Leeds United will find a move on Kiko Casilla this summer and may even terminate his contract. And that's from Phil Hay. I'm just not inspired by this story at all. To get rid of him, bin him off. He's absolutely useless on the pitch, and he was a bit of a what off the pitch as well. It was more than a bit of a. So put a shocking season at Elche, below average. He's just a bang average keeper. Victor Orta went for a Hollywood signing, Real Madrid, this, that, and the other, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out, and I think sometimes that worries me about Victor Orta with these Hollywood additions. But Kiko was definitely one of that. We've had him on a staggering contract as well, an absolutely staggering contract, and yeah, bin him off. Even if we have to pay, 2-3 million to get rid of him, whatever, get him off the books. Sheffield United are yet to receive any formal approach from Leeds United for Norwegian midfielder Sander Berge. With Kalvin Phillips' future at Ellen Road in doubt, centre midfielder position Leeds are looking to strengthen this month. And this is what I was talking about, guys. Instead of having a part-way deal for someone like Sander Berge, for someone like Mohamed Kamara, for someone of that ilk, the difference is if you've got a huge pot, a transfer pot that you've got from another club, and then you're able to invest that into another player, that's what you need. That is what you need. You don't want to be able to then not afford that player because you've got a part-way deal. So, yeah, I think it's essential that Leeds United get the full asking price for a Kalvin Phillips or for a Raphinha, so then we can invest in that position, and we can do that with a large pot, really. I think players coming either way is a little bit dangerous. That's my personal thoughts anyway. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below with regards to the rumours. Excuse me. If you want some bonus content, head over to the Patreon. I'll be doing 2 bonus videos per week. That's going to be throughout it's going to be for the foreseeable future as well, even when the season starts. So it's not just going to be on transfer news. So head on over there. The link will be in the description below. Have a great Sunday.